And welcome back as we continue on News 3 Now as well. An investigation is underway in the state of Oregon
after authorities say an attacker stabbed multiple people at a suburban Portland shopping center, killing one person. Police in the city of Beaverton say 3 people were stabbed inside a Wells Fargo bank today. One of the victims died at the hospital. The conditions of the other victims is unknown at this time. After the stabbings, police say the attacker stole a car and drove to another suburb where he was caught.
An attorney for the grandfather of a toddler who fell to her death on a Royal Caribbean cruise ship tells CBS News that prosecutors are offering a plea deal. The attorney says the agreement would require Sal Anello to plead guilty to negligent homicide in the death of his granddaughter, Chloe Wygant. In exchange, he would get no jail time and minimum probation and supervision. His attorney says Anello doesn't want to plead guilty and would rather clear his name at trial, but he says Anello is considering that deal.
President Trump is expected to approve new sanctions against North Korea in response to its nuclear program. The parents of Otto Warmbier joined Senate lawmakers in Washington, calling on President Trump to approve sanctions on companies that do business with North Korea. The bill was named in honor of the American student who died in 2017 after he was sent back to the U.S. in a coma. North Korea is now threatening Washington with what it calls an unwelcome Christmas gift, a long-range ballistic missile test capable of reaching American cities.
I'd be disappointed if something would be in the works, and if it is, we'll take care of it.
President Trump has repeatedly met with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un to get him to commit to denuclearization. But so far, talks between the U.S. and the North have stalled.
It is a cold one out there, but things will change soon enough. Let's get a look at your first alert weather. Gary Canalti joining us. Gary?
You know, we had a rapid drop in temperatures last night with cloud cover. Temperatures were around 20 at midnight, and then they nosedived. And by morning here in Madison, we dropped to 1 degree above zero. That's our coldest temperature so far at the end of the fall and early winter part of the season. But to the north, over that thick snow cover, temperatures were in the teens to near 20 below zero and in the mid-20s to around 30 below zero in northern Minnesota. But as you look at current temperatures, they're still in the single digits up north. We're at 15 here, but the farther out west you go, the warmer the temperatures get. And the winds have already shifted to the south, so our temperatures will actually start to rise overnight. And we can see as that warmer air starts to move eastward, a little band of light snow up to the north near Lake Superior is the leading edge of that milder weather. So look for mid-30s for highs tomorrow and around 40 degrees by Friday. Then it'll be dry all the way through Christmas Eve with temperatures well above normal. And the next rain chance looks like it'll be Christmas Day in the afternoon. And it'll be rain because temperatures will be in the 40s. In fact, we haven't really changed the temperature outlook very much. 40 on Friday through 42 on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. Toward the end of next week, temperatures drop a little bit, but still stay above normal. And if you take a look at where we are, December is usually the snowiest month of the year. So far, we've had less than an inch of snow, only 10 times. This is the 11th time in history that'll have happened. And 70% of the time when that happens, the snowfall is below normal for the rest of the winter. And you can see so far, we're at a ½ inch of snow here in Madison. That's one of the top 6 least snowy winters. But for Christmas, usually we look for high temperatures in the upper 20s with lows in the teens. We'll probably be a good 10 to 15 degrees above those temperatures. Live view from the Edgewater Sky Cam in downtown Madison. Pretty quiet out there now. There's that 1 degree low this morning, the high temperature of 20 early this morning. Right now we're at 15 degrees, but temperatures may not move very much lower because skies have clouded up and winds have started to shift to the south-southeast. So that means our temperatures will actually hold steady and slowly rise overnight. And that bulge in the jet stream shifting eastward, indicating that we will start to see milder Pacific air move into the Midwest. And there's the warm front out to the west that divides the cold air across our part of the Midwest to much milder conditions with temperatures in the 30s to around 40 farther out to the west. And on future track, you can see that wind shift to the south taking place. Look for skies to become partly sunny for tomorrow. Might see a few more clouds on Friday as another little weather system kind of passes to the north of us. But as long as the winds stay out of the south, even on Friday, we'll look for high temperatures up around 40, and then even milder weather is expected as we head toward the weekend. So look for skies to be Partly cloudy tonight, not as cold. Low temperature 13 this evening, then temperatures start to rise. Will probably be around 20 by early tomorrow morning. And tomorrow looks like a partly sunny and milder day with a high temperature of 34. On future track, those temperatures drop off only a couple of degrees this evening and then start rising overnight. So by morning, we're looking at temperatures close to 20. Look for high temperatures tomorrow in the mid-30s. Then tomorrow night, we drop back into the middle 20s, and then temperatures climb into the upper 30s to around 40 degrees on Friday. And as we take a look at the 7 to 10 day forecast, that mild weather continues right through the Christmas holiday. Chance of a rain shower on Christmas Day afternoon, maybe mixing a little snow Wednesday night into Thursday. And then Friday and Saturday, pretty quiet. Temperatures still slightly above normal. As we take a look at first alert traffic, right now on the Beltline, we're seeing traffic moving pretty slowly in both directions. That's the view at the Beltline and Park Street. Right now we're seeing delays eastbound on the Beltline from Monona Road to around Verona Road, and then also another slowdown between about Whitney Way and Gammon Drive on the westbound direction. Not too much of a concern there. So right now almost a half hour on the eastbound Beltline from University Avenue to the interstate. 21 minutes going back in the westbound direction. Heading out of Madison, 25 minutes down to Janesville on I-3990, 17 minutes to Sauk City on US 12, and 16 minutes on East Washington Avenue and US 151 to Sun Prairie. That's your News 3 Now First Alert Traffic.
Thank you, Gary.
Still ahead on News 3 Now at 5, there's concern that proposed changes to the food stamp program could leave millions of Americans hungry. We'll explain after a short break.
For a forecast that keeps your family safe, watch First Alert Weather.
An estimated 3.7 million Americans could lose their benefits next year if the government implements 3 proposed changes.
Those changes include removing automatic enrollment for families who qualify for other government benefits, reducing how much people can deduct for utilities like heat, and requiring more able-bodied adults to work at least 20 hours a week to receive benefits, unless they live in areas with at least 7% unemployment. Allison O'Toole runs the country's second-largest food bank.
We have seen more visits than ever before.
What does that say to you?
It says the economy hasn't recovered in every place, and we provide 89 million meals in the heartland. We're very proud of that, but we'd love to go out of business.
24 states have urged the government to reconsider, and some jurisdictions are considering legal action. A new study finds the U.S. is the only country among 41 nations that does not mandate any paid leave for new parents. Estonia ranks #1, offering more than a year and a half of paid leave to new parents. Other countries like Bulgaria, Hungary, Japan, and Norway also offer more than a year's worth of paid leave. The minimum amount of paid leave required for the 36 other nations is about 2 months.
Well, stay with us. We'll have another check of your forecast in just a moment.
Tonight on the CBS Evening News, the historic vote will have reaction from both the White House and Capitol Hill after a fierce debate in Washington. Plus, a nation divided. Voters from a key battleground state weigh in. That's all tonight right here on the CBS Evening News.
And a cold night on the way tonight.
Yeah, but not as cold as last night. You know, today temperatures are kind of reversed. Our high temperature of 20 degrees is early this morning, and then you can see to the north, those temperatures never really got out of the low teens because it was already that cold at midnight. We dropped to 1 degree above zero here in Madison. Look at Black River Falls. They were at 18 below zero. Just a little snow on the ground made a big difference in overnight low temperatures. But right now we're at 15 degrees, and those temperatures will actually start rising overnight. And you can see the winds right now pretty light, but to the west, they're mainly out of the south. So those temperatures will start going up. Look for high mid-30s tomorrow, 40 to 45 all the way through Christmas Day, with maybe some rain showers late in the day on Christmas Day and a mix of rain and snow Wednesday night and Thursday. Otherwise, a pretty quiet forecast through Christmas.
We'll have more updates on News 3 Now at 6. Stay tuned now for the CBS Evening News.